Your next course tonight is a head-to-tail use of pig. In this particular case, we're using guinea hog. Here we have head cheese that has foraged mint, walnut sap vinegar. There's also a cherrywood smoked country ham, peach glazed bacon, and it's served with lacto-fermented carrot rye. The carrots are Bolero. It's one of our favorite varieties from local farmers, and peach bourbon preserves. So one of the interesting things about this is I think it's a good example of food supply chains, and many of you may have heard or experienced the effects of even just COVID on food supply chains, where all of a sudden we were short of things. Early on in the pandemic especially, we saw shortages of a number of proteins, pork and chickens, and that was because people in the plants were getting sick and not able to process the meat. We always use local meats. We buy direct from local farmers, ranchers, and growers. And in this case, we bought directly from a gentleman named Aaron Whitehorse. He's a retired Coast Guard down in the southern end of the state, and we buy guinea hogs from him. We like guinea hogs because we know that they were the first pig to be brought into the Ozarks. It makes sense because, as the name implies, they're very small. This is the days before elaborate preservation and curing techniques, and so you wouldn't want a 300-pound hog. What are you going to do with it? You don't have a freezer. And so, of course, they can make bacon and ham, but you had to eat the rest faster than that. And so a guinea hog made sense. A full-grown guinea hog is normally, 60 to 80 pounds, maybe 100 pounds. And an average one is even smaller. So you don't get that much meat off of them, and they're very prolific and they're friendly. They're not aggressive like some pigs. So Aaron grew this one specifically for us, much larger than he normally would, and it provides just one of the best pieces of meat we've ever seen. And the other part about that is with these heritage breeds, the smaller pigs, the commercial processors just don't want to process them right now. There's still a huge backlog in processing of local meats, and it's a problem. It's a real problem because these small producers like Aaron are not able to take their meat to a processor like they normally would, and they get bumped to the back of the line while the big commercial commercial growers are getting their 100 hogs done. And so what that means is, as always, the homogenization of meat, the factory-raised meats are getting bumped to the front of the line, and that means lower quality. It increases food insecurity and health risk and all sorts of stuff that you've heard about in the news over your lifetime. And we are constantly bucking that trend and trying to do something different. Anyway, I think it's a really interesting pig to enjoy. It's one that most of you have probably not had before, and here we're sharing it with you in 3 different forms. So I hope you enjoy, and if you have questions, please let us know.